Good morning. It's John Gilkison, Aero Stealth here. It is Sunday, August 7th, 2022, and I wanted to do a short program this morning on LED lighting for our fifth wheel travel trailer. We just got through replacing 22 bulbs in the trailer, and man, did it make a big difference in quality of the lighting in the trailer and some other issues. So I wanted to discuss the rationale and how we went about speccing the lighting and so forth. Now, trailer isn't something that we use only on an irregular basis. We don't live in a trailer or anything, and so when we go camping is when we use the lighting. And so the rationale for changing the lighting isn't cost savings on electricity specifically, but there's other reasons to do it. And now another thing is since we've owned a trailer, we've had a trailer 10 years, and we really haven't had to replace bulbs that much, so constantly having bulbs blow out is an issue. The bulbs that are in the trailer, this is a 2-pin bayonet fixture right here. So you've got 2 pins on it, and it's a bayonet. Back these things up a little bit. And it's a quartz halogen bulb. This is about 20 watts. And here's another one. And this one just plugs in. And this is the majority of them we replaced. You can see those fixtures behind me up in the ceiling. Those are the fixtures that take this bulb right here, and that's the majority of the fixtures. And as a matter of fact, we replaced 18 of those. And what we replaced them with is this thing. And again, it plugs in just like the other bulb. See? But of course it appears much bigger, but it's flat. But that's to get all the LEDs in. Now the difference here is on this bulb, this is the replacement. Again, it's slightly bigger, but it's got the bayonet and the 2 pins. And the difference between the LED lights and the quartz halogen is 3 watts versus 20 watts. So you'd have to do the math. It's almost by a factor of 7, not quite. It's 7 times more energy efficient. So now one of the issues we've seen in the trailer is not only was the lighting a little dim, but it was there's an AC to DC converter which is over there by the door. I'm going to show it to you. It's that box there, right down there by the door. And in this trailer, may be different than other trailers, when you turn on the overhead lights, it's just one switch. Now you can turn these lights off individually. The switches on the lights themselves. But that one switch will turn on 5 different lights with 10 bulbs in them. And what was happening is when we turned on all the overhead lights in the living room area, kitchen area and so forth, you would hear the fan on that AC to DC converter come on. And it was a little noisy. It was kind of annoying. And as soon as we replaced all these bulbs in this room with the LED lights, we turned on all the lights and that fan wouldn't come on. And the difference is, it's, well, we take 20 times 3 watts, and that's 60 watts. Well, 20 times 20 watts is 400 watts. So that's a drop of 340 watts. And that's why that fan didn't need to come on, because it's not needing to cool off the converter that much, because the power being drawn through it isn't as great. And so that was a big quality of life benefit out of the whole thing, I think. Now, we replaced all these lights also in this back room in here. It's the bunkhouse, and there's a half bath back there. Now, what we haven't done yet is we haven't replaced the bulbs in the front bedroom and bathroom area. And the reason for that is they, remember, this one was a 2-pin bayonet fixture. Well, those bulbs are a single-pin bayonet fixture, so we'll have to make a separate purchase to get those. I think we need about 6 or 8 of them. And at first we had a little bit of a problem speccing them, because it's just tricky, and you got to watch out if you're on Amazon that you get the correct bulb. And the other thing I was looking for was 3000 Kelvin color temperature. And that's not always obvious at first that you're buying the right bulb with the right color temperature. And so that's my recommendation when you replace these lights is, number one, get 3000 Kelvin or 2700 Kelvin color temperature LED lights. Don't get daylight or cool or 6000 Kelvin or any of that nonsense. At least in my opinion, human eye, it's a quality issue. The human eye just doesn't like high color temperature lights at night. It's just a lot easier on the eye. It's not as harsh or as glaring to have a lower color temperature like 3000 Kelvin. So there you have it. There may be about 3 lamps outside, which I may or may not replace. I hardly ever use the outdoor lighting. If I do, it's just for a few minutes at a time. So anyway, that's my major report on this. Yes, there's been, there's been a really big energy savings, but we don't live in the trailer. We don't use it that much. And then when we do go camping, obviously we're plugged into state park power. We've already paid for the power. We're not paying for it by the kilowatt hour. So I didn't do all this to save energy from a cost standpoint, but I did want to save energy from a load on the trailer itself. For example, if we were at a place where we wanted to operate the lights because they're 12 volts, they'll just run off the battery. Well, we could run these lights in this trailer a lot longer off the battery by itself without being plugged into shore power, simply because we cut the load down to less than 100 watts total. That makes a big difference over, I think the total amount of lighting in the trailer, if you turn it all on, is over 600 watts. So it's so that's a useful feature to have. And of course it increases the resale value. If I was to sell a trailer on and I'd converted all these lights, that makes a difference. That's a selling point. So, and one final thing, for every 4 watts you cut off of your lighting, 1 watt of air conditioning load is cut. So, you know, if we're operating the air conditioning in this trailer and we got the lights on, it's going to be like having 1 less person in the trailer as far as the air conditioning load goes. So there you have it. Check it out. I bought the lights on Amazon. You do not want to go down to your local trailer dealer. We went down to Holiday World, which is sells trailers, and these lights, what they had in the store, these lights here, a 4-pack was $80, and you know, I got a 4-pack of these for like 30. So it definitely pays to shop online for this, because you don't want to pay 3 times that amount for some of these bulbs. And once you replace them, you only have to do it once. And we've only spent about $50-60 so far on this. And that's it. We're done replacing light bulbs in this trailer for a long time, if ever. So that's my Sunday musings for you. Take care. Happy RVing. See you down the road, everybody. Bye-bye.